welcome you back to Glenmont Station. Overcast skies fill the area of DC. As the train 102 leaves, we are making our way to Federal Triangle on the red line. We'll take the orange, blue, and silver lines at Metro Center, one stop towards Largo or New Carrollton, depending on our timing, as train 103 comes in now. It will be 7K. Hey everybody, DC World MTA back with you once again. This is just today, 324, 325, greatest set. This is train 103, 161, 160. 268. Yeah. 268, 269. Get on 269, yep.
Step back to allow customers to exit.
We'll make our way back around.
Please move to the center of the car.
St. Metro Center, next.
Fox Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority.
Welcome back inside 7269 aboard train 103 to Shady Grove. We're gonna go halfway across the red line. Yeah. One 102 recently just left. Should make enough space to have the next red line train come in as we are set to leave. I think we're gonna have a female operator for this one. On that by Tom Wilson. Yep. Look at that. 104 is on the way, I believe. Yep. There it is. It's in 6K. 6011, 6010 ad wrapped. Metro by T-Mobile. 6078, 6079. 152, 153. This is the older one. Oh. Yep.
Step back. Doors open.
Ready to go. Machine is now ready to rumble. There's going to be an announcement, really. Changing to track number 2. Speed up. We're glad you're with us on Fox, and away we go. Squeaky already. And the camera shake a little. There we go. Speed up. Here's popping already. You know, 28 and 29 on the 7Ks are ad wrapped in State Farm. This one we found was on T-Mobile. Metro by T-Mobile. Used to be Metro PCS back then, but we then changed it. because we're in the, I believe the third car of this train. Usually in the back every time. Okay.
This is Sweden.
Still one half of it looks like the dad in 53rd Street. There's the other half. And on the other side at the moment remains quiet. 6 minutes till the next train comes in, which is unknown at the time. But don't panic, most cars are, there's 68 cars long, so.
Doors opening. This is a red line train to Shady Grove.
Thing is,
Step back.
whoa,
Doors
that
open.
was fast. That was like 10 seconds and the doors remained open. I don't think there was any announcement though. Maybe he doesn't seem like a friendly one. Definitely fix the lights in this area. Some of them. Not all. Continuing to Forest Glen. Tip for keeping your ears not so popped. Either just make your face like you're yawning or just gulp down some empty air. That's just some way to get ready for your ears popping if you're losing some hearing. We fixed every light here so far. You can see any of them. Now back to the old lights. Points. There's Forest Glen.
This is Forest Glen.
The last broadcast may not seem as interesting. We understand. I apologize for the inconvenience.
Doors opening on the left.
And we'll make our way outside when we return from these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
It's a 60-year love affair, as passionate as the day it began. It's where the dream and the reality are one and the same. It's safety in its most exhilarating form. It is the 2020 E-Class, the quintessential Mercedes-Benz, made new all over again. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Silver Spring, here we come. You may not see any train in the middle unless if it's a out of service train. And speaking of out of service train, maybe the money train could be there, which is an absolutely rare chance if it was. Because the first we've seen the money train close to home on video was recently caught by the Rainbow Dragon. It was 8000 8001 at Tacoma passing by. It was 10, 10, and 10, 11. talk about London Underground, they got nice cushioned seats in there. And same with the older fleet, it's much more comfortable than this. But hey, the air comes and goes, that's what it is. Just kind of speeding through the portal area, not in there yet. There it is, the portal area. Making our exit. Yeah, as you can see, rather pretty muggy out here and not so pleasant. It's on and off showers, scattered. Every red line train will be going to Glenmont. There's no need to wait until the spring. No terminal stop, although it was one back then for this fiscal year.
This is Silver Spring. Connection is available to Mark Commuter Rail.
Thanks, Kate. I'm not trained in a minute. This is 6-car. They're all 6-car trains apparently. Which is a little surprising. It usually doesn't happen. 3 straight 6 cars on the other side. Usually the pattern is 7K, then 6K or older. Open them very shortly. There you go.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. This is a red line train to Shady Grove.
Next stop, Tacoma. Where is the other one? Oh, it's 3K. 3245, 3244. The 3Ks are back, folks. 267, 266. How about that? And 248, 249. Okay. The 3Ks are back on the red line. We had a 6K back there earlier. We've not had a 2K on the red line ever since probably late 2017 or later than that. Probably since like late 2017, 2Ks have been absent on the red line and been on the other ones. The recent ones are like the more commonly 2K, the more common areas in the 2Ks can be found on the orange, red, and silver lines, which you possibly could catch down there. This is the part where the quickness comes. So we're near 70 miles an hour, so we're at like, I say 55 to 60 as we're hitting the brakes a little bit. Entering DC now at Tacoma. The Silver Line Phase 2 extension is also causing another delay. New problems occur yet again. So it won't be opening in May 2020. It's going to be opening in July. Still less than a year. Hopefully they're making progress on those problems. Attachments had been there earlier last year.
This is Tacoma.
That took about, I believe, just over a minute to get here. Green yellow lines at Fort Taunton. Still thinking about weekly Metro broadcast switch. do kind of affect the commuting time, but
Doors opening on the left.
okay. The thing is, if you think about the metro going on the way
Doors opening.
to the internship site,
This is a red line
it's
train
technically
to Shady Grove.
going to be
The
an hour and a
next
half in
stop
total.
is Fort Taunton. Step back.
If I don't
Doors
take a
open.
car, usually. If I take an Uber or a bus, that'll affect the commute a lot. The thing is, when you leave for your internship commute, you can leave during lunchtime, which is around 11:10. I think we're going to reach home around 4 or 5 o'clock, which is not really... Or maybe 5 to 6, which may not seem so suitable if you're going there for just a few hours, or a couple hours. Acceleration, again. Yes, high-number subkids are also available on those other 3 lines. So don't think we'll get low ones. There are some low ones, but not many of them. Like on the red line, which are, if this was Roar, like usual, it should be 1269 if it was the Roars. Technically, we call this the Roar 2.0. There's the other one that looks like a 6K. So they're mixing 3Ks and 6Ks here. There's another 6 car a minute behind this. Probably catch the next one. Time. There's the other 6 car.
Fort Taunton transfer is available to green and yellow lines on the lower level.
2Ks could possibly be there as well. 122, 123, 6K again. 25 and 24, and 141 and 140. 8-car trains coming after this. After that one just passed. Next one in 4 minutes.
Doors opening on the left.
Okay.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. This is a red line train to Shady Grove. The next stop is Brooklyn Catholic University. Step back. Doors closing.
If I was to attend GMU, this could mean daily broadcasts if necessary. Because DC is not so far from my home. Go to Foggy Bottom pretty much every school day. Or every business day, as we call it. As we get to the transfer area, transfer tunnel. We're not going to get in it. There it is down there. Points where they have to fix because they cause some shaking on this red line. Silver line apparently is new, so you won't experience much shaking at all. Pretty much rather smooth. Some reactions could be are even moving. It's gonna be a blind too, because they may not even feel the train moving at all. It's that smooth. goes 7K. There's another one behind that probably, most likely.
This is Brooklyn Catholic University.
No, it's 6 minutes until the next A-car train comes in.
Doors opening on the left.
Could possibly wonder if there's a 2009 stop train of London Underground. The Victoria Line train just comes here for some reason.
When boarding, please move to the center
If that actually did happen, though, that'd be crazy. One in a million moments that would ever happen.
Stop is Rhode Island Avenue, Brentwood. Step back. Doors closing. Step back to allow the doors to close.
It was blocked somewhere.
Step back. Doors closing.
Yeah, it was blocked somewhere. That dip was rather quick. It could be down at the yard. We'll find out there soon. Maybe we had a 5K months ago. It was 5160 something. I think 165, 164, then 100 and 101, and then 180 and 181.
This is Rhode Island Avenue, Brentwood.
That was what we probably could call a 1 in 1,000 moment. 1 in a million would be something totally random and something totally you would not see at all, every day. In that case, there's still 20 of them in the system, but not in service.
Doors opening on the left.
And I think a few of them are at the new Dulles Metro Yard on the Silver Line.
Doors
I'm sure
opening.
we probably didn't just.
This is a red line train
Most like it didn't.
to Shady Grove. The next stop is Sonoma Gallaudet University.
Most likely did not tell us that the 5Ks were going to go there.
Step back. Doors open. Step back. Doors closing.
Slight door mishap. Not much of a biggie. Okay, so we're now at the bridge. To see what could surprise us. Nothing but a 7K there. And 2 older ones as well. There is 6048, 6049, 3233. There's 3Ks over there. Oh, it was a mixed 30K and a 6K, so it was 3208, 3209, 3046, 3047, and then 6030 something. You may see it down there. There's a 7K there. The first mixed train we've seen in years. The first mixed one we've seen in years. It would be rare if we caught that in service. So far, only one 3K on the red line. A rehab rail. I certainly do miss the original ones too. Here's a 6 car on the other side.
This
Oh,
is
Noma.
Yama Galaxy
It's pulling in. This wasn't a thing back in the... This station was not a thing back in the 90s. There's 100 and 101. 135, 134. And 93 and 92. That's it for that.
Doors opening on
When we
the
return, we'll be hitting the underground again and near the center of the metro. We won't be hitting the dead center.
P is for permission to indulge. O is for out of this world. L is for loving the seasonal cuisine. A is for access to everything, including the aisle. R is for reclining in tailor-made bedding. And I must be dreaming. S, so long, jet lag. Polaris from United.
Last
Step
ride
back.
took 10
Doors
seconds
open.
faster.
Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the
Lights
car.
flashing. Apparently not closing.
Step back. Doors open.
You had to press that button again. 3 minutes behind that is an 8-car train. I think both hit the power lever at the same time. Push the lever forward to bring power and backward to brake. Yes, if it was Japan, it would be the opposite direction. Then you pull backward power and up to brake. With what I've seen recently, I've seen like a 6K on the green line. We started at green belt once and we saw the cab drive way down from the cab. You just push it forward, power, and backward for braking. I think there's 3 levels of that power and brake. Compared to the Sosa line in Japan, there's like 8. And I think 3 levels of power, but 8 levels of braking. Pulling into Union Station.
This is Union Station. Connection is available to Amtrak, MARC Commuter Rail, Virginia Railway Express, Gold
Bus,
Bus,
Megabus, and Greyhound.
and Greyhound.
7K there. 326, 327. Look like they've been cleaned. 233, 232.
Customers on the platform, please be advised 7161. Car 7161 doors will not open.
7161, the doors will not open. Okay.
Doors opening on the left.
So a quarter of this train is disabled now. So this now is technically a 6-car 7K.
Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move
Because of the
to
disabled
center of
doors
the
on
car.
160 and
This is a
161.
red line train to Shady Grove. The next stop is
316, 317 on the other side. The Tremblay parts on the red line. Next
Step
up.
back. Doors open.
And 211, 210. Red or nice pattern. There is a braided set in the back of this train. So probably cars 5 and 6 are down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and 8 are in. 5 and 6. I don't know what's gonna happen to the passengers on those cars. And then we closed ever since. So I wonder how the passengers are gonna get out of there. Maybe they do tell you what doors are closed and what's not closed. So yeah, this is now a 6-car 7K. How about that?
This
little bit of
is Judiciary Square.
Doors on the right. meant for the next 6-car train. Lights aren't flashing yet. It's probably Metro Center right now. Maybe just leaving. Up there they come. Maybe just left Gary Place, where we usually stop all the time to transfer and probably end for the
Doors
first half.
opening on the right.
Rumble time.
Doors open. Step back. This is a red line train.
It's not as loud as I thought it would be.
The next stop is
2829.
Chinatown.
2920 actually. 165, 164.
Doors closed.
And 176, 177. Could expect the vinyl wrap on here as well, but it has been caught twice on the red line. The vinyl wrap 6K. Center's next. It's not stopping though.
Transfer is available to the green and yellow lines on the lower level.
We're gonna hit the last transfer point on this line. Before there could be a future transfer point added at Bethesda for probably the purple line, which is not powered by Metro. It's probably powered by Maryland.
Doors opening on the right.
Performance from another 6-car train. We've been rail fanning here for a long time here, probably around 20 minutes.
Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. This is a red line train.
So far, it isn't rush hour.
Road. The next stop is Metro Center. Step back. Doors open. Doors open. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding,
They're just trying to fix 160, 161.
Doors open.
Or is it part of that chain that's not seeming to work, triggering that reopening? Metro Center? Here we are.
Metro Center transfer is available to the orange, silver, and blue lines on the lower level.
No connection. I thought there was one. And we'll see what's coming up to you from the Visa halftime. What'll be happening in the Visa halftime report? Well, we're going to find out why we use colors to name our transit lines and how we find it effective in our system. And Montgomery County is going to be coming up with 2 new bus projects to go along Route 355 and Fears Mill Road. Very exciting additions, as well as finding out why we use our colors to name our lines. All coming up on the Visa halftime. There's 161. Those doors are not open, so technically it's not a 6-car. It's actually a 7-car 7K. We apologize for the little confusion, if it did cause any. Orange, blue, or silver. Okay, to the right, there's one just leaving. That one. That's that. Yeah, anyone. Just any one of them. Elevator outages at DuPont Circle and Woodley Park, I believe. Older train above. Other train itself making a little squeaky noise.
We have to get on next station or to...
Yeah, next station, yep.
Not a
Not Smithsonian, no.
We can walk from here.
It's 6 minutes till the next train comes in. Be back in just a few minutes. Be back in around 30 seconds.
Every time 4 o'clock is close enough to 5, a Corona gets its line. Every time the band goes on, or every time you say, wow, and every time you take those off, and you decide it's time to turn off, a Corona gets its lime.
Federal Triangle's not that far from here, as you can see. It's right through that tunnel. You can probably see it right there. About 2 minutes till train 902 comes on the other side. It's an Orange Line train to Vienna. We're going to be taking train 907. And it looks like it will be, and it may most likely be a 7K. About 5 minutes. I mean, rather not so busy. 5 minutes till the Orange Line train comes in. As the shutdown also continues for less than a month. We're not so far from the shutdown and finishing up from the airport down to Franconia, Springfield, and Huntington. It's cool they got the sea up there. Probably up there. Can't really hear much. Can you hear much? About a minute, 902 will come in. To Vienna. Over there has been affected by a severe thunderstorm. Here it is. 902 is just approaching. Or 907 on our side comes in. We'll see what happens. We'll see what'll pop up. It'll be probably a 7K. Or maybe just pulled into Federal Triangle. Silver and blue just under a minute behind each other. Which is 7K? Or 902? Could be wrong. It's an old train. 3001, 3000. Ad wrapped 3018, 3019. We can most likely take a 7K if it comes this direction. As it is coming this direction. It's not a 7K, but we do know it may be a 7K. This one over here is an 8-car train, isn't a 7K.
You always come then you recording something. Why?
I feel like it.
Huh?
I feel like it.
You like?
It's flashing for some reason, although it's 2 minutes behind. Could be a ghost coming in. 42 and 43. 111, 110. So lights are flashing, although it's 2 minutes behind. This is a little bit of a strange occurrence. Now it's 1 minute behind. 7K could most likely be that. Yep, I hear the rails. It's on its way. 7K again. Here's 907. 522, 523. 361, 360. 584. 585. Another high again. Another high on the 7Ks.
Doors opening. Step back to allow customers to exit. When boarding, please move to the center of the car. This is an Orange Line train to New Carrollton. The next stop is Federal Triangle.
So all we're missing now is a...
Step back. Doors open.
Federal Triangle, one stop away, and then we will wrap up the half.
Step back. Doors open.
Silver Line train coming in now. $7K, although it doesn't say so. Well, 568, 569, and you don't know the rest. 549, 548. 588, 589, I don't know.
This is Federal Triangle.
This 7K seems a little quieter than the other ones. Wrap it up. We'll see you guys in the piece of halftime starting right now.